Women wrestlers aren't getting paid? Why do you do a job?
Here is your win.
You do any job,
and fail
is to fucking get paid!
of the week.
All right, Joe, what is your win of the week?
The continuation of the Goldust Stardust promos on Raw. It's really they're really working hard to build up the weirdness between Goldust and Stardust. Just, everyone knew Goldust was the weird one. He was always weird, and he's almost getting knocked off his pedestal by Stardust, and the fighting between the two of them in the promos is I find to be very entertaining, and I love them getting in the ring together, so I'm going to go with that.
Harrison?
Battleground, setting up SummerSlam pretty well. That was one thing we noticed last week when we were leading up to it. We were looking at the card and saying it looked like a decent card, but it doesn't look like the end of anything, and then we kind of all agreed that as far as how it looked, and if it did shake out that way, it could be a pretty spectacular way to set up SummerSlam, and it looks like it has. There's a lot of things going on there that, Ambrose and Rollins really took a interesting turn. Jericho and Bray Wyatt. I had internet connection, so I know you guys discussed this a little bit, but I think Jericho and Wyatt is going to be huge at SummerSlam. I think the fact that Jericho won at Battleground is just such an excellent thing for that feud. But yeah, that's my win, and how well Battleground set up SummerSlam, and giving Battleground away for free if you did the trial thing on the app is pretty spectacular to get you to kind of tune in for Battleground or to tune in for SummerSlam.
Actually, that wasn't true, right, Nick?
That was completely false.
It was?
Yeah.
I thought if you did the trial, it worked out that way.
It didn't include
That's what I thought too, but I tried to do that and that didn't happen.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Back that up just that little bit, but still, Battleground is my win. Just not that part, which apparently didn't happen. Such is life.
That part was a gigantic fail.
Nick, your win?
My win is also the Rhodes Brothers, but specifically one part of it, the promo on Raw, where Goldust and Stardust essentially played the part of Smeagol to the tag titles Cosmic Key / Precious. Just the way they were just lusting after the Cosmic Key. It was absolutely brilliant, and I love the callback to Gollum. I am just a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
As Steve and Joe brought up, it seemed to be more of a reference to the Masters of the Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren as HeMan. Because they were always looking for the master key that would open the portal. No? Okay.
I didn't.
I was right there with you.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm old. You even know who He-Man is?
Oh,
no,
man.
I know who He-Man is, but I saw the bits and pieces of the cartoon. I never saw the movie.
Real quick, has anyone watched back any of the original He-Man series?
My parents bought me a DVD set of the top 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And so I created a drinking game for it, where every time they said He-Man, you have to drink. Now, here's the problem with that. You either have to do the dialogue in the cartoon or the background singers.
Yeah.
Because when it goes, He-Man, 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 and just repeats, and it's like, oh my God, you're just constantly drinking. 2 games of that will destroy a liver.
Yeah, overall, that's a funny series to watch back.
It's like crazy homoerotic, right? I mean, that's what I read.
There's parts of it, yeah.
The thing that gets me is, they made the cartoon because they made the toys. It wasn't like conjunction. It was like, hey, we need to sell this toy. Put this in an episode.
Well, that's what Transformers was. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought Transformers came out as a comic book before. I don't know. I was never a Transformers fan as a kid, so that's where I'm coming from on that. I know a lot of people will consider that the fail of the week.
No, I wasn't either. Okay, cool. So some wins from the live chat. Obviously, Goldust and Stardust. I think that was pretty much everyone's win of the week. Rusev and Swagger, Bray Wyatt on Raw. I'm gonna, as far as mine goes, I think the way that a lot of the stories moved forward this week on Raw was fantastic. Whether that's Paige versus AJ, or that's the whole Stephanie McMahon getting arrested. I think they moved forward so well with a lot of different things. Yeah, it was a really good episode of Raw. So sure, you've got the Kali match, you've got that opener. That opener was pretty weak, but overall, I really liked Raw. So, all right, let's go into fails. Fails of the week, Joe. What's your fail?
My fail of the week, besides myself, God, I've been terrible this show.
No arguments here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with myself. Dan Harrison's internet. Fuck it.
Damn.
Harrison, your fail?
My fail is, so Triple H at the top of Raw made fun of like wrestling fans with saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna post on Facebook, I'm gonna tweet, I'm gonna make a Vine, I'm gonna post on Instagram." No mention of Tout. Everybody remember Tout?
Yep.
No mention of it. He didn't say. I'm like,
That's because WWE invested in that one.
yeah,
I want to knock that one.
yeah, and it's not around anymore, and that's the joke. So awesome.
I think WWE just wants to make everybody forget that was a thing.
Yeah, I think so too. It's not quite the way of the XFL, but it's pretty quickly heading there. So yeah. Anyway, I was just like, when he went on about it, I'm like, man, $500 if he says tout. Never did. I mean, that's like the ultimate troll. If you can just get a sign that says tout this at, and then just take. I'm sorry. I just think that would be the best if someone could get that sign on air.
Nick, your fail?
I don't really like the way they're handling Fandango. It's nice to see Summer and Layla just. It's nice to see them in a positive spotlight, and it's even nicer to see Zack Ryder get a win because of it. But if I'd much rather they just ditch the Fandango character, because that's what it looks like it's gonna happen. They're just gonna take him off TV. If you're gonna do that, just scrap the downward spiral now and repackage him. Make him Johnny Curtis again, because he was actually. It looked like he was actually going somewhere. He had something going for him then. So, I don't get why they just have to keep dragging things out like this.
A major fail from the live chat, which I echo, is the whole Florida thing.
Yes.
Heath Slater should have got over on him, and B, that whole singing thing should not have gone on for so long. I was experimenting, as you guys knew from last week. I was going to experiment with not watching, watching Raw without commentary and sound at all during matches. The thing was that was really kind of throwing me off, because I would have to turn the sound up as soon as the match ended, just to kind of get an idea of what was going on in the overall story. This I kept on because I wasn't sure when it was going to end, so I just had it on in the background, completely forgot what I was watching, and yeah, it totally destroyed like the flow of the show at the time. Luckily, everything else that happened after that was pretty amazing. So, but yeah, that's definitely my fail of the week.